นี้นะคะมีผู้เชี่ยวชาญที่จะมาพูดมาคุยบนท้องเนี่ยก็อีกเยอะมากเลยเนี่ยเล่าให้เราฟังถึงประสบการณ์ในธุรกิจแวดวงอีคอมเมิร์ซของเขานะคะแต่ว่าช่วงแรกนี้เนี่ยเป็นบุคคลสำคัญคนในแวดวงอีคอมเมิร์ซเนี่ยคงจะต้องรู้จักกันดีกับหนังสือเล่มนึงค่ะซึ่งหนังสือเล่มนี้ชื่อยาวมาก Digital Marketing นะคะหนังสือเล่มนี้นะคือ The Essential Guide to New Media and Digital Marketing นะคะซึ่งถ้าเกิดใครอ่านเล่มนี้เราอาจจะติดใจเทคนิคเขาเขียนยังไงนะคะต้องกระซิบบอกว่าคนเขียนเนี่ยอยู่ในงานนี้แล้วนะคะเราลัคกี้ดอจากไทยคนเขียนเลยดีไหม
ดีเหมือนกันครับคุณต่าย
เชิญคุณเบนแปลก่อนนะคะเดี๋ยวคนต่างชาติฟังไม่รู้เรื่อง
ได้ครับยินดีครับก็ so as Kun Tai was saying in Thai I would like to translate quickly in English so tonight we are very honored to have many panelist speakers especially one in particular he is the co-author of the digital marketing book which has been hailed by the Wall Street Journal as the essential guide to the digital marketing Dr. FENWICK, and he's also been frequently invited by Microsoft. I'm sure that all of you here, none of you probably have never heard of Microsoft before, so he's been invited many times to speak at their partners conference in Houston, Texas. So we're very honored to have him here tonight.
เพื่อไม่ให้เป็นการเสียเวลานะคะเราเชิญดร.เอียนมาเลยดีกว่านะคะ Please welcome Dr. เอียน on the stage, please. With the big hand.ดร.เอียนจะมาพูดเกี่ยวกับวิธีคิดนะคะของดร.เอียนในการเขียนหนังสือเล่มนี้ให้เราฟังนะคะแต่ว่าคนที่อยากจะเข้าใกล้ชิดดร.เอียนเนี่ยฟังก่อนแล้วยังไม่ต้องรีบไปไหนนะคะเพราะว่าดร.เอียนจะอยู่กับเราไปจนถึงจบงานช่วงนี้เชิญมอบวิธีกับดร.เอียนเลยดีกว่าค่ะ
Okay, well, I'm very happy to be here today. I'm very honored that TurnOnTechLive has asked me to open this event. And I'm not going to talk for very long, so don't get worried. What I'm going to talk about are the 4 Ps of digital marketing. I think we all know the 4 Ps of traditional marketing: product, place, promotion, and price. And some people like to add people, and some people like to add promise. But those are the 4, 5, or 6 Ps of traditional marketing. I want to suggest that digital marketing has a different 4 Ps. 4 Ps that go alongside these ones, but really explain the difference between digital and traditional. And the first P, I think, is permission. Digital media are uniquely controlled by the individual. And if we as marketers don't have permission to speak to them, they can block us out, turn us off, and we will never reach them. If I don't like the advertising on your website, I can block it out, I'll never see it again. If I don't like your irrelevant SMSs, I can block you out, I'll never hear from you again. If I don't want to take your emails, I just put them in that spam folder and I'll never hear from you again. So if we don't start from permission, we'll get nowhere. And it's a win-win situation because once consumers are given permission, then they're more likely to be influenced by what you say. So we get higher conversion rates, we do better overall. So permission, I mean clear opt-in and easy opt-out. So we're talking to people that want to be talked to. The other big change, I think, I wish somebody would please replace the mic, is participation. You see, traditional marketing has assumed passive consumers. This is the picture in the mind of most marketers. And in fact, you know what they call their customers? In traditional marketing, we call them targets. And what do targets do? Targets do nothing. They stay there and things are thrown at them. And that is what marketing by and large has done over the last many years. We have thrown communications at targets. Now, of course, today, it's much more of a lean forward, active participants. We're talking about involved participation. We're not talking about eyeballs. We're not talking about impressions. We're talking about committed, involved customers. And involvement can take many forms. This is a very simple email that Smirnoff did, where actually the advertising message is concealed. So unlike traditional advertising, where the message is in your face, with this message you actually have to do some work to figure out what it says, and it's an invitation to a party, and there's a code number to get in. That's a very simple example of participation. Here's a perhaps more exciting version of participation. And we do need a little bit of sound. It doesn't really matter right here, but we will need some sound later on. So this is the MBK game. So heavily branded for MBK. It has a neat lock-in, link-in to the real world. To get those hats that apparently were very sought after, you actually had to spend money in MK, you had to spend money in MK and get a coupon with a code for your avatar's costume. Another sort of participation, viral marketing. And of course, viral marketing, the customer does a lot of work. So the customer not only passes on the message, but they pass on the message to people they think will benefit from that message. Here's another sort of participation, increasingly important, customer reviews. So customers are wanting to go to sites and place reviews, and here not only does the customer participate, but that participation becomes itself a valuable part of your marketing. So online reviews are now the #2 driver of purchase decisions, right after the personal recommendation of a friend. Over 80% of people say they use online reviews, and 90% of those that use them say they trust them. So participation is not only involving the customer, it's helping to get more customers. Third P is profile. As customers participate with us, we learn more about them. And as we learn more about them, we build up their profile so we can, final P, personalize more. But before we get to personalization, let me just say another P there, privacy. And I think that the biggest problem for marketing in the digital world is going to be the conflict between profile and privacy. I need to know more about you so I can make a personalized offer. But I need to learn that extra stuff about you in a way that doesn't freak you out and start you being concerned about your privacy. Next, I've got a little video from ACLU, but we will need sound. I do not hear any sound. So what's happening here is somebody's trying to order a hamburger, pizza. So I have sound, you don't have sound. Well, what's happening is that they're trying to order a pizza, and this is a screen that the call center is seeing. And not only do we know the guys that you stuff. So we get his phone number, we get his national ID, we find his address, the number he's calling from. I have sound. I love it when they do that. They always assume the error is this and not that. And then she's going to look at the other things that he's bought. She's going to find out that he has a health problem, and she's going to put a health surcharge on the pizza because he has a heart problem, and so there's a risk. Then they're going to give him an extra charge because he lives in a dangerous neighborhood. And she's seen all about him now. Here's the health charge. We're going to get to the dangerous neighborhood charge in a moment. Now, this is exactly what we wish to avoid. Obviously, when we build a profile and when we start to understand the customer, we don't want to freak them out. We don't want to invade their privacy. And the fourth P, the point of all this, is personalization. Because digital media are individually addressable, it means that I no longer need to broadcast, I can narrowcast, I can talk to my customers individually, and I can use their profile to make that personalization meaningful, which of course gives more benefit to the customer, which means they're more likely to give permission in the future. Now, I think TurnOnTechLive has some unique features that express all four of those P's. So it's definitely permission-based, it's definitely participative, it's definitely building a profile, and it's definitely a way to give personalized, on-the-spot feedback to customers, potential customers. That's all from me.
โอเคค่ะขอเสียงปรบมือดังๆให้กับดร.เอียงด้วยค่ะ มันเปลี่ยนไปแล้วนะคะ 4G เดิมๆที่เราเคยเรียนกันนะคะ เดี๋ยวต้องขอบคุณดร. เอ็นก่อน
Thank you so much, Dr. Ian FENWICK. That was